They'll ask me, how do I burn fat and build muscle
at the same time?
And I usually tell them, you might want to pick one.
Because there's very few people in the world that can really do that.
Yeah,
it's very difficult.
Especially if you're natural.
Now, does that make sense to you logically? Do you really think that you can't burn fat and build muscle at the same time? It's two completely different processes. They don't really have anything to do with each other. Fat is just stored energy. Can you burn energy? Yeah, you burn energy just being alive, and you're going to do more during exercise. Building muscle has to do with stressing the muscle, giving it more than it can handle. It breaks down with little micro tears and nitrogen balance caused by a high protein diet. Can you have a high protein diet but still be under calories? Yes and yes. So is it logically that you can burn fat and build muscle at the same time? Obviously. They don't have anything to do with each other. You watch some dumbasses like this. One of them's in good shape. And they, at the very next sentence is, yeah, but if you take these peptides that we sell, you go, oh, okay, I see what you're doing here. So you can't burn fat and build muscle at the same time. That's a cop-out for people who don't like cardio. That's a cop-out for people who don't work hard. That's a cop-out. You want to, let's bulk. You know what? Let's bulk again. You ain't never cut in your life, but let's bulk again. No, it's you're getting fat, you fat ass. You're not holding yourself accountable. And nobody in their heart logically believes this. Or I can just send you 17 different studies. But the process to build fat and the process to build muscle have next to nothing to do with each other. And you're making claims like they're related. You see what I'm saying? So, but in the fitness community, like, this is what we're doing. Like, everyone, like, that's the thing. In the fitness community, is very much like politics. Everyone has this, like, whoa, far over here, or you're far over here. And it's just like, where's just the understanding of, like, basics? The basics. Or have you never actually built muscle and burned fat at the same time? Maybe that's why you believe it. Because there was that time you got fat and you think that I put on 6 pounds of muscle this month. Or actually there is no other time where you just lost a ton of weight and you're like, I'm cutting. No, you're under your calorie balance. Your body burns up all that stored energy you like to call fat. Fat is what it is, but it's just stored energy that you put in there. So if you want to burn that fat, which is stored energy, stop putting as much in, burn more of it. It has nothing to do with building muscle. Now, you can go to the wild claims, which are tangents, that like, yeah, but if you diet too hard, it makes it really hard to build muscle when you're in a deep calorie deficit. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what anyone's talking about. Right, if you eat 500 calories total for the day and you have no protein, it's going to be very hard to keep that muscle or even build muscle unless you're like crazy on some test and trend. But you got guys like this who will spew. What's worse is they might believe it. And you can send 17 studies, a basic chat GPT search. I use DeepSeek, it's way better. Basic Google search, and you'll see it was common. The response that I got this morning before I made this video is that it's common in the 90s to believe that, but it's actually very outdated fitness view. Here's 30 studies, and you go, why am I even using Google anymore? I just chat GPT, look it up, and you go, I could see, I've done it before, build muscle and burn fat. It's kind of what I do full time. So I don't even really need to look it up because personal experience is so much stronger than the studies. But you guys like to look at the studies and the science and the proof and I'm like, what human out there honestly believes that? You can't burn fat and you can't build muscle at the same time as the base thought. There's people that will go to the extremes just to prove their point, but you're not proving the point. You're going on a tangent. Yeah, but you can't build the most muscle if you're and you can't burn the most fat if it's like, yeah. But it's called body recomposition nowadays. It's just called getting in shape. You stimulate your muscles. You build strength. That's called working out. You burn fat. You're exercising. You're got your diet in check and you're not being a lazy, fat, disgusting. That's called being healthy and disciplined. And guess what happens? You build muscle. Your muscle exposes itself. You have a high enough protein diet so that the nitrogen balance in your body causes your body to hold on and even build more muscle because you're training. Thanks, diet. High enough protein. I'm building muscle. Whoa, but wait a minute. I didn't eat all that other shit that I used to be eating and drinking. So I'm actually still under my calories because, you know, I'm at maintenance plus my workouts. Now I'm underneath my calories. Guess what I'm doing? Burning stored energy. Y'all will literally believe anything. Y'all will believe anything. But you don't believe it. You'll watch that. The whole video, you'll eat it up. They'll make sales about those peptides. They will make sales based on that claim. The guy said there's very few people in the world who can do that. And he's like, what, do you think it would be easier if you took these peptides? And he's like, oh yeah, totally. 100%. How much money do these guys make? Maybe I don't know. What's the number? Maybe I'll sell my soul too and tell you some bullshit like that. If all I had to do was lie on camera and I'm making 10 million a month, you're like, damn, lying to kids really pays. And then I'm just like, but I build muscle and burn fat all the time. How do you know? Oh, actually, you scan and you turned out with more muscle, and you scan and you turned out with less fat on the same month. Okay, maybe what I was doing was the first 10 days of the month, I was just building muscle. But then I switched to fat burning because you can't do the same. You can't do them at the same time, right? That's what this guy's claiming. Lying ass. Yeah, but I see right through it. I'm not mad at them because you chose to be a liar and a snake oil salesman. And all you got to do is be in great shape. And just like half the stuff you say seems legit, right? But I'm going to be on here as like, no. Oh, no. You don't get to lie to people in my circle. And I'm just out here being like, yo, I don't think anyone believes that, honestly. Like, you might be like, yeah, that sounds right. But then you're just reaffirming something you've heard your whole life. That you got to either bulk or cut. But these are the same people that tell you to eat Rice Krispies before a workout. You'll get a good pump. Y'all dumb as hell.